today I want to start off by looking at something that I touched on last time, but I want to dive a little bit deeper into it today. So if you'll remember, I finished off my habitat episode by drawing a wow detail picture. Give you a closer look. Yeah, remember my brown bear, and he was in the ice, and I drew Icy Mountain. I drew a label, and I had a wow picture. Well, I added some more pictures to my book so that I could catch up and be on the same page as you guys. And I wanted to make sure that you're all doing wow pictures. So this is my diet page that I did 2 times ago. And remember, I said I wrote on my diet page, bears eat lots of salmon. Brown bears have long claws to dig for roots and small animals. And I said that I was going to divide my page down the middle and draw a bear eating salmon and a bear digging with its claws. And so I did that on my diet page. I want to point out that these are wow pictures. Do you see any spot on this picture that I did not mean to leave white that is white? Nope, I don't think so. I didn't leave any space on my picture because I wanted to fill it up with so much information so that my readers are going to go, oh my goodness, that is so cool. And it matches the words and it's got labels. So I labeled this time my brown bear, a waterfall. I labeled the salmon. I labeled my brown bear and that he's digging. So this is a wow picture. And I want you to make sure that all of your pictures in your book are also wow pictures. I'll show you one more example that I finished up. So I finished up my habitat picture. I actually went online and looked back at some of the Disney Nature Bears pictures so that I could kind of look at one while I drew. That's another great way to research when you're doing that. Go back and look at a picture of your animal and then draw it while you're looking at it. You don't have to picture it in your head. You're writing an information book. We want it to be accurate and nonfiction, right? So I went back and looked and I drew a mama bear in this one and a baby bear. And then I labeled the whole picture as Alaska because that's the habitat that they're in. So please make sure when you're adding these pictures to your pages that they are wow pictures. When you turn your pencil into a magic wand and you go back to edit your books, that's also a great time to take some time and look at your pictures and make sure that your pictures are also edited to be wow pictures. As you know, today we're going to start on our family page. So family is on the organizer right here. And the family page is the last page before we get to the interesting fact page. And then we're going to be done with our books. I wanted to show you a different way to research today. So I've been doing a lot of my research through a movie and online. Today I wanted to take a look at a book on Get Epic. So everyone should have a code that I've sent you for Get Epic, so you should be able to access this stuff. I've seen that some of you have been getting on a lot, which is awesome. This is a book I just typed into search, Brown Bears, and I found this book, Brown Bears, and I'm going to look through the pages and see if I can find any more information about families to add to my organizer and then add to my family page in my book. Here, I see a page that talks about a mother bear and her cubs, and that's very similar to what I watched. So I want to read that page and see if it has anything new that I can put onto my organizer. It says, a mother brown bear usually has 2 cubs. The cubs are born in a den. Bears spend the winter sleeping in dens. In spring, the cubs leave the den. They live with their mother for 2 to 4 years. This is new information because the movie that I watched was only 1 year. So I'm going to add 2 to 4 years onto my organizer so that I can remember that fact. Oh, I flipped to the very next page and I found another fact about families. Adult brown bears live alone. So remember on my family page, that's what I'm really looking for. I'm looking for, do they live in groups? Do they live alone? So they live alone. I'm going to add that to my organizer so that I can add that to my writing page. With my research added to my organizer, I'm ready to go ahead and get started writing my family page. So again, I wrote family at the top, just making sure that I'm keeping everything organized. All right, so I learned that cubs live with their moms for 2 to 4 years, and since cubs are babies, and that's how we start out, everybody starts out being a baby, I'm gonna put that information first on my family page. So I'm gonna put k, a, b, s, cubs, u, I, v, and remember, don't forget that face prop E, cubs live. I'm going to make sure that I leave my space. I'm going to include my sight word with. So if I need to look at my sight words to spell that, that's fine. Cubs live with s. And then I'm going to put my another sight word for. I'm going to write the number 2. And I'm going to write the sight word 2 because I know that they live for 2, 2. Number 4, y, e, s. All right, I'm all good. Cubs live with moms for 2 to 4 years. Awesome. I'm going to start my next sentence. D, o, u, t, s. Adults alone. Excellent. All right, I'm going to take my pencil, that's my magic wand, and I'm going to turn it to my editing side, which is that eraser. So let me edit and make sure that I didn't make any mistakes in my writing. Cubs live with moms for 2 to 4 years. That's my first sentence. Do you know what I forgot to do? Oh my goodness, I forgot to include a period. Oh, thank goodness I went back and edited. Let me see if there are any mistakes in my second sentence. Adults alone. What in the world, Miss Logbom? That is not a sentence. I needed to write adults live alone. I've made a mistake, which we love mistakes because they help us to learn. So I'm going to erase that, and I'm going to make sure that I write adults live, and then I'm going to write the word alone down here, and I'm not going to forget this time. I'm going to make sure that I add my period at the end of my sentence. Whew! Thank goodness for editing. I found 2 mistakes on that page that I made. When I turned my pencil around, I turned it into a magic wand, and I was able to go back and fix those mistakes so that my reader is going to be happier and more satisfied with my writing and that it makes more sense. Awesome job on the family page, guys. Make sure that you add that wow picture to your family page and then come back and we will do our interesting fact and finish our books up.